Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making this Z-fold card. I think it's very pretty, but super simple. So let's get started. The first thing that you're going to need is a piece of Whisper White, and that measures 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to bring in our Simply Scored. And we are going to score at 2 1/16 and 4 1/4. So we will fold on the center line first. And I'm using the thick Whisper White today. And then we will fold back to make the Z-fold. Like this, it looks like an M or a W to me, but that's what they're calling it, so I'm going with it. All right, so we're using the Designer Series paper. Oh, I forgot the name of it. Don't remember the name right off the top of my head, but I will have it listed. So the first piece that we need is 5 1/4 by 4. And that is going to go on the inside piece here. And you're just going to center that. Okay. The next piece is Cherry Cobbler, and that piece is 1 15/16 by 5 1/4. We're going to layer that with another piece from the same Designer Series paper stack, and that is 1 3/4 by 5 1/16, right? No, an 1/8, 5 1/8. Okay, glue. We are going to glue these two together. Just like that. And I think I gave you a wrong measurement. This should be, now that I'm thinking about it, this should be, yes, I did give you wrong. Okay, so this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and we're scoring at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. I gave you that wrong. So 2 1/8 and then 4 1/4. Okay? I want to make sure we get that right. And let me go over these again just to make sure. So this is 5 1/4. The Cherry Cobbler piece is 5 1/4 by, so let's see, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. Okay, so it's 1 7/8. I have to count. So 5 1/4 by 1 7/8, and then this piece is 5 1/8 by 1 7/8. Okay, make sure I give you the correct measurements. And then this one just goes on this outside piece right here. Okay, and so it looks like that. We have a piece of Whisper White that's going to go in here, so you'll be able to sign your name or whatever you would like. And that measures 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And that just goes right in the middle here. And then this just leaves a nice border all the way around so you can still see some of that designer series paper. All right, so now some of our die cutting. Now a lot of these are scraps. They're all scraps, but I'm going to give you the measurements of the scraps. So for the Whisper White, it needs to be at least 2 1/2 by 4. And that's for this piece right here. Cherry Cobbler needs to be at least 2 7/8 by 6 1/2. And that's going to cut out this piece right here and this bow. And I don't know if you're noticing this at all, but when I first made this card, I made it in real red. And the color in the cardstock, or the designer series paper, is Cherry Cobbler. So that's why the colors are different. I made it wrong the first time. So we do need Cherry Cobbler, not real red. And then another piece of the designer series paper that matches the inside piece. And that just needs to be at least 1 1/2 inches wide. And at least, it doesn't have to be 4, I'd even say 3 inches, because they'll be left over from that. And then a piece of our pretty foil paper, and this is about 2 by 2 1/2. And then just a couple of scraps of Emerald Envy and Mint Macaron, and these are for our leaves. All right, so let's get some of this die cutting done, get that out of the way. So I'll take the piece of Cherry Cobbler first, and we're going to use our Lots of Labels, and it's the second one. Remember, you want the ridge side down. We'll take the second label, and then we're going to take the bow from the Pretty Pines, so we can cut that out together. I'm sorry, you can probably hear that. We have alarms on our doors because I have that was my other son, but my littlest one is autistic, and he likes to go in and out the doors without telling everybody where he's going. So we have alarms on our doors. So I'm going to also run the pine cone through this. We need 2 pine cones. You can use any one that you want. I'm just going to use these 2 here. Try to get as much die cutting in one pass as we can. I'm also going to take this piece of Whisper White, and that is the third one from the outside. And we'll get that one in there too. All right, sorry for the shaking. And I'm going to go back over these pine cones a couple of times, and now go all the way through. All right. So we'll get these all out of here. I do need this one again. I need this one, and that is just going to cut off the top part of that. I can probably get some leaves cut out of here because we need 3 of these and 2 of these. And the ones that we need are this medium size one on the Emerald Envy and this smaller one on the Mint Macaron. Sorry, it looks like I don't even have you all in the frame there. Okay, so I'm just going to run it through twice with the sprigs here. Okay, so we're done with this one. And we're done. I'm going to put these away so that I don't get them lost or stuck to something else. All right. I need our little paper piercer here. And that's coming out pretty good. I need one more of those. And I'm going to need 2 more of these. And if you just pull gently, they'll come out. Or you could use your die brush. I always forget about the die brush. Okay. Okay, I'm done with that one. I'm going to need one more of this one. And we're also going to need a scrap piece of Whisper White, which I forgot, so I'm going to grab that real quick. Okay, I need one more of these. I'm going to need 2 of these in Whisper White. Almost done. Alright, so I'm done with that one. I will need one more of this one, and then we will be done. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Alright, so let's bring in all of our pieces here. It's a little bow. I have to make sure that I put these all away because they can get stuck to other things, and that's how I lose them. Okay. All right. And this one. Get this one out of here, and this one, and this one. There's our 3 of those. Let's see. This. Okay. I'm gonna bring in my die brush for these two. So I keep the little cushion in one of these so that all the pieces can stay in there, and then I just take my die brush. There we go. See how easy that was? Instead of all that picking I was doing. And then there we go. Okay. There we go. This one's a little more intricate. All right, I'll put these away. All right. So I'm going to take my white label that I have punched, and I'm going to use this grading right here, May Your Christmas Sparkle with Joy and Happiness. And I have that on a block. All right, so we will take our cherry cobbler and our sentiment. Make sure we have it facing the correct way. And that goes right down at the bottom. All right. And then this little piece that we cut off, I'm going to add that to the top. I'm using glue, the Tombow, that way I have a little room to get it right up to the top where I want it. All right. And then this goes right on here. And since there's no more stamping, I'm just going to go ahead and get that on here. The other reason is that way we can kind of judge how long we want our branches and whatnot. But we can, if we get them too long or it won't fit into a card, we can always cut them off. So that's no big deal. All right, so I'm going to use glue. You could use glue dots if you'd like, but the glue works just fine. And I'm just putting a little on the top part of the leaves here. All right. Oops. Okay. I'm just going to kind of make a nice spray like you would on a Christmas door. The only thing is your hands get a little tacky from the glue, but it's all right. So we'll put that one there, and then we'll put this one on the other side. Oops. And I don't think I told you that this is a bundle. The stamp set is called Christmas Pines. The die set is called Pretty Pines. And if you purchase them as a bundle, you will get 10% off. All right, and then just a little glue at the top of the pine cones. And then we will put on our bow. And that goes right in the middle here. All right. We can bring our card back in. And that's going to go right on the front of the card. You're only going to put your glue or your adhesive on this side so that when it opens up, otherwise if you put it on the whole thing, it's going to stick on here. So you only want to put it on the one side. I'm kind of letting this dry a little bit here. So we'll turn it over and we're going to put our glue right here. And then we will center that as best we can. Alrighty. And then that is it. So here is the one we just did. And here's the one that I did earlier. I do like it better in the cherry cobbler, but it looks okay with the real red. Absolutely. Now I think I got it crooked. There we go. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. All supplies can be purchased in my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.